Hello students, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to discuss about Introduction to C. In the previous videos I have discussed all the first unit topics in problem solving in C. From today onwards I will start the second unit. From the second unit the topic is Introduction to C. So here we will discuss the history of C program. So first, the root of all modern languages is ALGOL. ALGOL stands for Algorithmic Language, introduced in 1960s. So this language was the first language was developed in 1960s. So ALGOL was the first computer language. So it uses block structure. So in this algorithmic language, everything will be in blocks. So it is a block structured language. Okay. Although it never become popular in USA and it was widely used in Europe countries. Okay. Next, in 1967, Martin Richards developed a language called BCPL. BCPL stands for Basic Combined Programming Language. So after ALGOL, the next language is BCPL, Basic Combined Programming Language, primarily using for writing system software. So the primary goal of BCPL is writing system software. After the 1970s, Ken Thompson created a language using many features of BCPL called B language. Okay, after BCPL, the features of BCPL are implemented in B language by Ken Thompson. Okay, B language was used to create early versions of Unix operating system at Bell Laboratories. So this was used to create Unix operating system. Okay. The next language is C language. So C language was developed by Dennis Ritchie. Okay. So the C language was evolved from BCPL and ALGOL and also B language. So this language is developed from the features of ALGOL, BCPL and B languages. Okay. So C language was developed by Dennis Ritchie in 1972 at AT&T Bell Laboratories. Okay. So in C programming language we use high level language. So I already told in the previous classes, high level language consists English like statements. So high level language is human understandable language, but this is not understandable to computer. So that's why we use translators. Those are compiler and interpreter. Okay, so it is a high level language. C is a high level language because it is easy English language which is written in English words with mathematical equations, and it is easy to understand, easy to modify and easy to learn. Okay, so these are the features of C. Next, during 1970s, C has evolved into what is known as traditional C. So in 1970s, C is evolved to traditional C. In 1978, the language became more popular after publishing of the book. The book name is called the C Programming Language. So it was written by Brian Kernighan and Dennis Ritchie. Okay. So the book was very popular. The language came to known as K and R C. Okay. K is Kernighan and R is Ritchie. Okay. Next, in 1983, American National Standard Institute appointed a technical committee to define standard for C. Okay. So American National Standard Institute, it is an institute. That institute appointed a technical team to define the standard for C. So that committee approved the version of C in December 1989, which is known as ANSI. ANSI, American National Standard Institute, okay, C. So it was then approved by the International Standard Organization, that is known as ISO, in 1990s, okay. So these are the very important dates. Next, C++. So C++ and Java were evolved out of C. So C++ and Java are also developed from C. The Standardization Committee of C felt that few features of C++ Java, if added to C, would enhance the useful of the language. So if we use the features of C++ and Java into C, we can develop the useful of the language, okay. The result was 1979, the standard for C. So the version is usually referred as C99, okay. So this is the complete picture. So in 1960, ALGOL was developed by international group, okay. So ALGOL stands for algorithmic language. After that, the BCPL language was developed in 1969. The scientist is Martin Richards, okay. So after that, by using the features of BCPL, Ken Thompson developed B language in 1970, okay. So after that, in 1972, Dennis Ritchie developed C language. So we call it as traditional C, okay. So after that, in 1978, so Kernighan and Ritchie was written a book. The book name is the programming language, the C programming language, okay. So that's why the name was KRC, okay. So after that, in 1983, ANSI, American National Standard Institute, appointed a committee to define the standard for C. So that's why the name as ANSI, okay. And next, in 1990, the ISO committee, International Standard Organization, approved this ANSI. So that's why ANSI are ISO C, okay. So later, the C++ and Java features are added to C. So that's why the name was C99, Standardization Committee, okay. So by this, the history of C is completed. So if you have any doubts, please comment me in the comment section. For more videos, please subscribe my channel.